or if the rule is like unenforceable in some way, then it's just like shouldn't be there.
Undying's turn to ban.
And I think that's a totally wrong way of thinking.
Yeah, I mean,
Evil geniuses turn to
Valve and rules is a tricky situation.
That makes me think of
Very
yeah. I remember your guys' situation with
Yeah.
Valve and rules at TI. I remember that now.
Very, very gray area.
PGL gives you one set of rules. Valve have a contradicting set of rules,
remaining.
but PGL okayed something. It was like Jack being in the room, right? Like Jack was the, you guys wanted Jack in the room as the coach or whatever.
No, we had two coaches.
Oh, we had two coaches. That's what it was.
Yeah, and the second one asked if he could just be in the room, like not say anything, just be in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it got approved like multiple times.
Yeah.
And then we got told from the admins. We asked the admins, and then we asked the head admin, and he approved it. And then we asked like the head admin to check with Valve, because we were like, we're pretty sure this isn't allowed. Like, why would we not know this? And then he told us that he checked with Valve and they said it was okay. Apparently never happened. This is when we got penalized. It's like, what do you want us to do? At least I didn't get disqualified from TI. That would have been pretty bad.
You know, that instance was because Valve did that. They basically said like, well, like you guys know the rules. Like those were the rules, and even if you heard otherwise, like those were the rules. And I used that same argument. I was like, well, if Valve set that precedent, the whole ESL and like the 6-man, like the coach situation, being able to be in game and talk to the team and stuff like that, the Alliance PPD thing, I was like, isn't that like already set up? Like Valve have been against coaches.
Yes, that is why that entire thing
for
was
a long time, and yeah.
Yes, that entire scandal was stupid, because every player at this point knows 100% you are not allowed to like be in the comms as a coach. And any other tournament that tells you can is irrelevant, because there's been multiple situations where at this point people should be aware, like if you have a question about the rules and you think it's not a Valve rule, you fucking ignore that shit and you literally email Valve.
Yeah, and your guys' instance was like the most public like precedent set of like Valve basically saying, we don't give a fuck what any other rules are, like our original rule set is the only thing that matters, sort of deal.
Which I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah. I feel like that was a precedent that was sort of set with your guys.
A very strange one. It's not one you would know. Like,
yes.
Well, I would trust the admins if they're telling me something's allowed, and I'm gonna do it, right?
Yes. 100%.
But in actuality, no, admins are worthless. So. That was
any admins in chat? Admins are worthless. No, admins serve their purpose. They just.
But you know who isn't worthless? Cap?
Who?
Nightfall, because he's back in action from Mexico. It looks like.
No, is that what you?
That was what I was told. So he should be on low ping, good to go. In fact, I think they are all on low ping. So this will be like all 10 players, I believe, are actually on low ping.
Okay. All right. So Crit's there, Abed's there, everybody's there. Jarek's is there.
Yeah, as far as I know. It was like an actual match.
Okay.
And we are getting Storm and Puck in the first two. It's an EG match. What else would there be? EG probably would have picked both of them if they could.
Okay. So what about this opening though?
Yeah.
So they grab the IO, and TSM's like, we don't want to let them have IO Storm Spirit, right? So they take the Storm Spirit. Yeah. But IO Puck, is that really the duo you want? Not like I mean, Leshrac or what's
they definitely don't do anything together.
Yeah.
But EG just thinks Puck is like the best Storm counter.
Okay.
Like one of the best historically. Which, I mean, conceptually the spells are very good versus Storm. You have Silence, you have super long duration leash. Like they think Ovid's the best puck player in the world, which stats wise might be true. It's a pretty good matchup for puck, so I understand. And then they'll just get slain for the IO later. And of course that Knicks ban. I mean, EG's been picking and banning some of the same stuff for like 4 years now.
10 seconds remaining.
Crazy. But if it ain't broke, well, I guess it is broke at this point. So maybe they should fix
Abed
it.
has a professional career win rate of 58.88% Storm Spirit.
Oh, Storm. I was thinking puck. I think his puck win rate has to be like 70 or something.
Yeah. I was looking for Storm first because that's my puck 69%. Meepo 71%. Dragon Knight 73%.
10 seconds remaining.
Apparently the man's a Dragon Knight player. It's not normally what I think of Abed for.
Remaining.
Think of the flashy pucks and storms, but okay.
Well, he used to be a carry player, so most of the carry players that go to mid play Dragon Knight.
That's true. I could see that.
Think of like when Ana played mid. One of his Siggies was DK. Resolution played a lot of Dragon Knight. These kind of guys. And we see the Arteezy Luna, second phase blind. Take that robust safe lane, and we're going to see their 5 get picked here.
Undying's turn to pick.
Witch Doctor. Bring out the purple. They know what's up. Can't get too out purpled.
So they see Bane and they're like, we need a purple hero to like match that.
Exactly. I mean, EG's all on this blue-purple train right now.
Is Witch Doctor even good against this this lineup? Like I could see it being, it's good against Monkey King, but the other two?
Not really. I don't really know why they want Witch Doctor, to be honest. Maybe it's just some Jerax hero. He's been playing it. He's like, I'm feeling the Doctor. I mean, Doctor's a fine hero. I don't think it's like terrible here, but it's not. It's like okay-ish versus Bane, because Cass can be kind of annoying, but it's nothing crazy here that makes me think Witch Doctor. Like, if anything, I think like Ogre or something looks more robust just because like the Luna or like even Abaddon, like one of those two, seem like it's a lot more valuable because you already have 3 ranged damage dealers and you kind of want something that's a bit more meaty and can also synergize with the Luna well. And I think those 2 heroes do really well, both Abaddon and Ogre, and with Io. And I think both those heroes are arguably better for Storm and Bane than Witch Doctor. But I'm not really sure why they want to Witch Doctor one of those. And like this monkey pick, I mean, this monkey pick is, I think it's just going to be Moonmander on it because this is a terrible fucking monkey game. I mean, you verse 4 ranged heroes.
Do you think this is support Viper then?
No, I think it's support monkey, and then they're doing this Viper.
Sorry, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing this Viper flex. I mean, it's not flex; it's just like Viper off lane with monkey, and then they're gonna blast pick a carry. They have some monkey carry option, but I don't think they're really interested in it.
Yeah. Oh, that makes a lot of sense because Viper feels really good off lane against the short ranged off laner here or short range carry players. Luna, Morphling, TA.
Yeah, some of those he does well. The Morph one is... That one's like... I think most people like Morph versus Viper just because the in-game interaction. It's like, you just steal and break him, and you just go on him, right?
Oh, right. I didn't think about that.
But Viper is like a vessel buyer, and if you have a way to win the lane, you know, maybe it can be good. But most of those other ones, yeah. Like, I think the Luna one... The Luna one is basically dependent on how aggressive your sub can play early. So I think like Luna Witch Doctor is probably favored versus Monkey Viper. I think their early waves are just stronger, so you should be able to bully the Viper Monkey, build the lead, and then you're like kind of good. But obviously some of those things, like you don't win the early levels and it's like some Tusk Viper or something that can all in your Luna. You know, Viper's happy to take those trades.
What do you think about still getting Nether Toxin level 1 and just pushing the lane in to get level 2 faster than them?
Definitely worse, but I think it's still fine. Like I don't really think you have any other play, so you probably just do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can also like spam pull aggro, try and be annoying that way.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird to do on like a ranged hero like Viper, but it's not that bad on the early waves if you don't want to just like chuck your spell down.
10 seconds remaining. Undying's turn to pick. Witch Doctor.
But Viper is like a vessel buyer, and if you have a way to win the lane, you know, maybe it can be good. But I'm trying to think what EG needs, like some
Legion Commander.
Legion. Yeah, that helps. I was gonna say they need a frontliner, but most of the frontliners are really bad versus like Bane, Viper, Monkey. So they're gonna pick this Legion and try and turn like it's try and help this Luna frontline because she has 3 sustainers behind him, right? Witch Doctor heal, IO heal, and this Legion save. So now Luna can just run in the fight, and if she gets Viper stacks or gripped, you just bang pop that heal. So it's like kind of the other way of going around it. If you don't want to pick a frontliner because they all look bad, kind of pick like this Legion, or I was talking about the ABBA that helps turn your other cores into pseudo frontliners.
Right.
Like even the Puck, he can play more aggressive now because if he does get gripped or like orchided, you just pop it and now you can take the fight. So it's an interesting way to go about it. I think it's a decent pick. Rounds out their lineup. This IO Legion lane is also really strong.
Does it make team fights really straightforward for TSM in some ways? Like don't they just dump everything on the Luna all at once?
I mean,
Because she's both their damage and their front line.
This is like the downside of how EG drafts a lot of times. They think a lot about lanes and they think a lot about the like scale matchups, but sometimes their team fight lacks. And so they can get in these drafts where like you look at what actually happens in an engagement, especially in the early game. Like it's all on Orbit. No one else is doing anything in this early game outside of Orbit.
Yeah.
Like Witch Doctor is, unless you're like chain killing your lane, this hero does not do that much early damage because he actually needs other spells to deal damage to use his Maledict. So there's a lot on this Puck. And this is not like it's not an ultimate free Puck game. I think Bane's pretty annoying for that hero. Like Storm Orchid could be. Viper's not the easiest target to go on, so it's not like the easiest Puck game, but again, they have like basically 4 ranged heroes and a Legion save versus like a Troll. Some of that's going for them. We'll see. I mean, it's Abed Puck. Siggy.
We LGD, I think it was, pick this Troll against eHome's Legion Commander pick. And I was talking about how like laning phase feels pretty good because like Legion likes to be able to trade with heroes, but Troll, he's both ranged and if you get close to him, you get whirling axes.
It's super good for the lane. Like the one hero, whenever we picked Legion for Lelis, he would always say ban Troll. Like I tend to agree. I even think some of the like Ursa or Monkey matchups are playable just because Legion's such a strong dual laner that you can kind of nuke them down. But Troll's just bad at almost every point in the game. Like there's so many things that can go wrong in this matchup in terms of blinking in to duel somebody, you get mischanced. If you try and duel the Troll and he gets his ult off, he just kills you. Like, it's a very hard matchup at a lot of points in the game, and obviously the lane is also just like it's rough. But that's just the power of Troll. That said, though, generally with Troll, you want the kind of heroes EG has behind this Luna in terms of IOs or Legions, like the saves, the buffs, the heroes to help him go in and tank some spells so he doesn't have to pop his BKB or ult too early. Yeah. And TSM doesn't have any of those. His Troll's just kind of on an island. So it's an interesting pick. It's like, we're going to deal with your early lane aggression, which I think is a good way to deal with EG in general. But TSM's lineup is also kind of, I don't think the synergy is super high. Like they have like 5 heroes and there's nothing wrong with any of their individual heroes, but where are the spell synergies coming out? Whereas I think EG's lineup's a lot more focused, right?
Yeah. Smoke up, see if they can get a ward on the opposing side of the river. And then they also get it. I feel like whenever I see this ward down here, it's always to see where lanes are going. Like they think they're gonna dodge, or one team wants to aggro tri-lane or something like that. I feel like you always smoke up and place that ward to see what's going on.
Yep. And I mean, EG is trying to dodge. Which the 2 ways you do this are you go run your offlaner here, like Nightfall's doing, and you hide here, and you basically just gamble on like they don't see anybody there, or you hold both cores in the middle. And Arteezy's in the middle right now, so they might be like splitting the wickets on this, but generally you have to do one of these two. EG's pretty persistent at trying to get lanes right if they really want them.
begins.
They're like one of these teams that will always try and get it right.
Yeah, the number of EG merry-go-round games that I've seen where they just keep on cycling over and over again.
They're stupidly annoying about it. And I mean, they're trying to dodge this Legion troll matchup and try and put on TSM in a position where they have to 3-on-3 a Luna tri-lane, which is pretty hard to do. I mean, it's a triple ranged Luna tri-lane. Like, you're not going to beat it with almost anything. Yeah. And it's IO. I mean, I actually can't. It's like stupidly strong. So I understand EG want to do that, but TSM actually got the lane matchup, so very nice for them because this troll had no regen either. He went full stat build. So if he gets stuck on a tri-lane, it's like GG for him.
Now they just have to pull the lane back, and this bottom lane, Legion's going to be real unhappy.
Jarek's getting stacked up here.
Oh yeah, he's dead. Maybe? Cass bounces back with a brain sap is just enough damage.
That's really bad. Like, that's really, really bad, because...
Yeah.
I mean, you're in a 3-on-2, and you give the enemy core first blood. Like, this Viper is not going to get anything here. Arteezy had the lane back. And they were fighting him on the side, which means he gives up all those waves. I mean, he has 0 CS, right?
Yeah.
But now he gets, like... He's highest net worth, because he gets first blood, which is huge for him. It's like 8 or 9 CS, so... It's a really bad death. Which is easily avoided, to be honest. Like, I don't think they even had the... It's not like they're pushing the limit there, right?
Yeah.
So, just a bad mistake, but... And meanwhile, Nightfall's in the 1-on-2. Another reason why this death is bad is because, like, TSM is playing that this 2-on-1 versus the Legion is going to force a support rotation, right? They're saying, you need to bring a support down here or your Legion is going to get obliterated.
Right.
And if EG is, like, feeding their subs top, or this top lane isn't going as well for them, then now they're, like, stuck in a situation where both side lanes are going bad instead of trading the side lane differential. So this is a very nice start for TSM, like extremely nice, especially versus EG, who is traditionally like they want to win lanes. This is a team that drafts and sets up to win their lanes, and all of a sudden they're losing like almost 2.5 lanes.
Oh, crit, good body blocking, gets in front of him one more time just to ensure the kill.
Yep, very nice. See if Dubu can aggro get the pull here. It's pretty hard. But
he's trying to draw the creeps to him with a ranged attacks.
Oh, he did.
To get it. Nice.
Very nice. So that's a pretty big pull to try and get this lane back a little bit.
Stupendous.
Viper is going to TV back up here. So again, like EG can still abuse this tri-lane. You know, Arteezy's going to ultimate free farm. Viper can't really show. He's just going to get run down with the like Luna Boots tether.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a question of, is Legion going to be able to play Dota? And the answer is kind of looking not really. This hero does not really exist. She's going to be absolute lowest net worth in the game.
Which do you think is worse? Viper not having a game or Legion Commander not having a game?
Oh, Legion, 100%.
Okay.
Legion is not that functional of a hero from these positions. Like, you're basically just a shard buff. And that can be good. Well, this isn't the worst game for that. But I think it's just, like, a waste of the hero in a lot of ways.
Big dive. Monkey King. Yeah. He's going to jump in from the side. He TP'd out. Saberlight is certainly dead, but it looks like they should be able to trade heroes here and maybe get more. Crit's a little bit low. He's going to re-tether himself to Arteezy and get some distance there, so... TSM, FTX, they finally have to pull their support back, and Nightfall gets a chance to maybe get some CS. What is he at? 8-1 right now. Better than the Viper.
I think that is the correct type of move for Moon Manager, but I think they really wanted to get that Luna kill. Like, that would have broken the game a lot for them. And it's, like, sad their Viper dies because he has the urn, so he doesn't get the charge, and now he's pretty far behind on levels. But... I mean, we're going back to Viper is a hero that can come back. Like he's a hero that he doesn't need a lot to do his job in certain scenarios. He can just kind of go in and tank a bunch of spells with some like treads. But this start is pretty rough for him. But that's what we're saying. He got the first blood, so like you look at his net worth. He's not doing that bad net worth wise. He's just low level.
Yeah.
And some space for Nightfall.
Yeah, I guess my thought process between the Viper and Legion Commander is that, like, I feel like a lot of Legion Commanders just turn into a press the attack. Like, just you know, use your W. That's all you get to do. Anyway, I'm just not sure what's plan B for a Viper, you know?
Yeah, it is true. I mean, he used to be able to just, like, farm out the jungle with his Nether Toxin.
Yeah,
See,
that's
Brile, that's the power of Coil. Jerax Steins more. He used to be able to farm this jungle with Nether Toxin, which he doesn't do as much anymore. But I think this hero, his spells are always going to do the same amount of damage regardless of his net worth, right? So you can go in and just throw like your ult and all this shit on Luna, and it's pretty annoying for most carries. So he has some value in that sense, but yeah, maybe if you're looking at it like that, like you rather just have the Legion buff. Maybe the Legion buff is just more valuable than Viper's entire kit. They're both like 0 net worth creeps.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Moonbeander getting a little too overeager to shut down RTZ's farm. Thought he could win a man fight or force RTZ to run away. Turns out it was the opposite.
This is the thing EG does. They were doing it every game last season too. Like, RTZ just leaves his lane so early, no matter what. Like, they tri-laned for this Luna to win this lane, and then Viper's just up here chilling. He's almost level 5 now.
Sounds to me like you disagree with this.
Yeah, I think they do it way too much. Like, they did it in so many other games too, and like they're gonna bring Nightfall up here to try and duel and kill him, but they're getting smoked on from behind.
Yeah, this could be really bad.
Disastrous.
Brile, if he gets the right opening here, Dubu grabs one with a Nightmare. Brile, not feeling comfortable, is going to return to his lane.
I mean, they back because they see his Legion up here. They're like, oh, all right. Well, you're just going to... I mean, one of you can't be up here, right? What is RTZ going to do now? He's going to TP mid and try and kill... He's going to try and kill this Storm. Is this a kill?
Maybe. With a little bit of a mini stun, is it enough? No, Brile does manage to jump out. His double damage, a little spoiled, but at least... Oh, he's got a Bounding Rune to refill, so he might actually get a decent amount of HP and still be able to use this top lane. Nightfall.
Nightfall's dead.
Yeah, he's very dead. I mean,
this is just like a weird... This is what I'm saying. EG, some of these things just don't look that good. Like, awkward TP that they didn't have an easy way to go on him, and then they're kind of stuck up here, so Artur goes mid. They don't get that kill. Now he's like jungling around mid, but then again, it's like, what did they do with this advantage they got from this top trial? Like, almost nothing, I feel like. Like, Viper's just up here alone. What did it accomplish?
yeah. Legion Commander, like rotating the Legion Commander up to top didn't really do anything. I guess, like you said, they were hoping to be able to get a dual kill, but then they leave him alone there against a Viper. Like, that's never going to be good for him. He comes back to bottom, still not happy playing against a troll, but maybe it's better than Legion, or a Viper that's level 6.
I mean, the thing is, also, it shouldn't really be on Nightfall to be having to set up things like that, right?
Yeah.
Because he got sacked. Hardcore sacked. Like, 1v2 straight up bullied, lowest net worth. He's a Brown Boots Legion. I don't even think this play top is realistic. Like, is he just TP top and there's no wards and he just walks up and duels Viper? Is that even going to end well for them? I don't even know. Like, conceptually, the play doesn't really make sense. It should be this Io Luna driving the tempo.
Luna's dead.
Yeah.
So Brile's finally able to make his first successful rotation. It's on a big kill.
This is pretty disastrous for EG, I think. The way the game's going. His Viper's entirely caught up. He has earn charges. He has even extra fluffy hat. He's just going bots now. He's like level 7.5. Luna's level not even 6. And she's going like the aura build. Which is like you're gonna farm jungle faster, but she's not gonna contribute to fights. And then it goes back to who is making stuff happen for EG? Who is threatening TSM's Troll with a Rush Battle Fury or this Viper bots or Storm. It's Abed. Better hope Abed can get it done, I guess. I mean, Jarex went max cask too.
Okay.
Very little damage.
Yeah, very low damage. And I feel like with the way you were describing their draft in the first place, we're like, okay, we want our Luna to be like a frontliner because we have all these like sustaining supports and counter initiation from Legion Commander. Like, it sounds like to me you would want the Luna to be fight ready as early as possible, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, ideally you want to like crush that lane. Like this top tower is dead. Your Luna and Io are a bit higher level, and then you can kind of like. I mean, you're never gonna like force the fight with her this early, but it just feels like EG's kind of playing like, you know, run into us. We're gonna out farm you, and TSM's like, not really.
Yeah, bet we've got a Battle Fury troll.
Yeah,
like,
we don't have to run into you.
Yeah,
like we're not scared of your lineup. We have Bane and Troll and Storm. Like these are strong ass scaling heroes. So you have a single core Luna. Good luck. That's what kind of feels like to me, but I mean, EG's like trying to make this puck smoke. I think it's the right combination of heroes, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's weird. I don't think this cast build is bad, by the way, either. It's just, I mean, like this game, just because I don't think he can ever really just walk in and maledict somebody.
Yeah, that's true.
And even if he does, is there that much like damage follow-up to take advantage of it? Like I can kind of see an argument for why the higher cast level is better, but then it just goes back to like, was this the best hero to pick? I don't know.
Yeah, that's all I was gonna say. Is like, if you're not getting high levels of maledict, like, why are you playing Witch Doctor then?
Yeah, that's what I kind of think about this hero, but I mean, his other spells aren't bad. It's just
bottom tower is under attack.
I don't know. They don't seem that good this game.
Yeah.
Don't think he's done much this game. And I feel like if he was almost any melee sub, they would have just destroyed that tri-lane. Like if he was an Abaddon or Ogre or Tree, I feel like their lineup just looks better and the tri-lane probably plays better, and then he can like, I mean, I don't think they're losing out much. I don't know. Interesting choice.
Looks like TSM, they drew a line like they were going to smoke, but I guess they've just got Boots of Travel Viper. They're just going to run into the jungle here. They're going to run into some heroes. Nice two-man stun from Moon Meander immediately.
Oh, that cask level, though.
Yeah. Not much damage, but...
I mean, it stopped them.
It did.
I just don't see them... I just feel like EG is going to get massively out-farmed here. You look at how the map is going to progress. Troll has 12-minute Battle Fury. Bane's just chilling up here with this high HP tower. Like, this is honestly interesting because he can so easily just sleep someone into like a Storm TP and the guy's just dead. So it's kind of scary to go up here. Viper just sits mid with bots. He can join either side lane. You don't want to jump this hero. They don't even have a way to jump him. And then the Monkey Storm are playing together. Like, it's a pretty nice map setup from TSM that... EG's smoking again. They're smoking up this puck. But it's just, where do they go? It's not that easy to just smoke and find something. Nightfall's just on enemy shrine alone. He's dead.
He's dead. Duba's gonna find him here unless he jumps down to the low ground. He did that earlier too with the Tumbler Story twice now. He's made that play. They do manage to find the coil onto the Storm Spirits. Monkey actually... Oh god, they are definitely dead on Brile. Does manage to get this stun crit, trying to go for the relocate out. They don't have a stun to stop him, and they don't have enough damage to kill him, so he's going to be able to get away and might even come back with a hero here, as Moon Meander is just on a sliver of HP. He managed to get so much damage onto Abed, he almost kills him as a result. Crit came back, immediately tethers over to Abed. It was Nightfall, who came in from the side there and ran into a troll, immediately died.
All right, that... Nightfall just runs in at the end, just insta-dies, but...
Yeah.
I mean, Abed's just styling on some kids, but... That was, like, not a... It wasn't even that convincing of a fight. Brian was looking for him. Pretty close. But I mean, Jarek's gonna die.
Yeah.
I think if Moon had canceled the Witch Doctor ult, the storm maybe lives. Like, it was pretty close. But overall, it's still not like the worst case scenario. Arteezy does get a lot of solo farm time, which is where he's going to catch up levels-wise, because remember, this IO is pretty much tethered in the whole game, so the IO is pretty high level, but that's a level 10 Luna compared to level 13 Troll.
Yeah.
Because you're getting your level sucked, so...
Trying to make things work right now. Moon is sitting on the trees watching it all. Nightfall's nearby. He's trying to rush a Blink Dagger so they can get some initiation of some kind.
I just feel like this game has to favor TSM because...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't see anybody man-fighting this troll with, like... And this Bane. The thing about this Bane hero is he's so annoying in these types of games because... I mean, he's high level. Like, Dubu has been quiet, but he's 104. He hasn't died. He's level 9. This hero scales like a beast in almost all Dota games. Like, even if you have the Legion Dispel, like, you can't dispel everything, right?
Yeah.
And he just becomes a monster. Like,
it's kind of interesting. I think Enfeeble is probably the least talked about spell, but it does provide heal and regen reduction.
Yeah, it's super good this game. Like, we're talking about EG's lineup. It's on this Luna being able to go in and hit people. What happens when you Enfeeble her ass?
Yeah.
That's so much of their damage and, like, sustained frontline going down, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. This game, this Bane is going to be really annoying for them.
They're sandwiching the Luna right now. They're going to go for a Fiend's Grip and see if Moon can stop the relocate. He tried to hit it, but unfortunately, I think he got a little greedy there with the Wukong's command.
Yeah, he did. He just needs to leap in there and find the IO.
Either way, they should be able to kill crit, yeah. He's got a tether to the creep wave. Somebody's going to catch him, though.
Oh, he's dead.
Good try, good effort.
Storm has his Orchid as well, so this is the window where you can abuse the Puck build, because Puck goes Witchblade in this matchup instead of Yule's first, or like Abed traditionally does, because he likes to scale in this hero.
Yeah.
But you get this window where, I mean, he's actually almost has Yule's anyway, so he's probably just going to have it. But traditionally, you might have this window where you can get him with this Orchid. Garax with the warding mission.
Got a nice deep lane ward down. So Nightfall can farm another camp if he wants to, but I don't think he wants to because he just picked up his Blink Dagger. Best not to show. Reveal that for free.
They'll never see me coming.
Yeah.
God, I mean, duels are just such a pain in the ass this game. He could be sitting on Nether Toxin, so there goes his passive. Sleep gets passed around between the dual targets, slowing things down a lot.
Yeah, it's a rough game to just blink in duel. I'm not even sure you go blink this game, to be honest. I almost feel like you just go the buff build, like Solar, Lotus, like these types of things. Because I feel like if he blinks in and duels somebody, there's a very high chance it does not actually help them.
Yeah.
I mean, if he gets the Storm, that's like insane, but... Or Bane.
Okay, they get the Bane. Monkey King's going to be able to get off the Wukong's command, though. Doesn't stop the Bane from dying, but does get a little damage out there. Tomato looking to be able to chase down Nightfall. Arteezy coming in with his BKB Eclipse. Didn't really do much there. They killed Dubu, but a buyback is going to force Evil Geniuses away. Tomato's still on the hunt, though. Looking to be able to slow somebody down. Storm still has plenty of mana to jump, too.
Maybe they're just thinking about Roche, though?
Maybe they're just going to keep chasing with this smoke.
I mean, you can dive. Like. You can dive. You have grip.
Really want this. Storm zip it to the other side of the tower. Spot somebody. Nightfall quickly blinks away.
They will get the tier 1. And they're probably just going to go Roche, because no Eclipse, no BKB on Luna.
Yeah.
No Witch Doctor ult, which Witch Doctor ult's actually a decent chunk of their damage in some of these fights. In the early game.
It's pretty sad to say, but it's true.
So yeah, it's just a quick Roche. And I mean, we're kind of seeing like how these fights for EG work. They can blink and duel, and he even got a good duel target, but Dubu just buys backs and then TPs to Shrine, and then like, is there gas in the tank to take a fight after this duel? Until Luna's a lot more farmed or can fight the troll, it's not that easy.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
We saw this bit going into TI. The Monkey King 4 position, same as the Weaver. No boots, and as a result is able to get a little bit greedier with items. Has Magic Wand, Orb of Corrosion. Almost has an Orchid at this point. Relocate to top lane. They've got a duel, but Bryle is there to be able to intercept. This is going to be a 2-on-3. Saberlight's certainly dead, but Bryle... Never mind, nobody's nearby. He won't be able to clean anything up.
That is the one thing about the blink duel. They can use it for these reloads. Because most likely if you blink duel people at the edge of the map like that, you know, they're going to be isolated. It's pretty unlikely that TSM baits stuff like that out.
Yeah.
Though they can. But, I mean, that's one way to use this blink. You kind of play the map. But it's a different idea than I thought their lineup was originally built for, which is kind of this, like, secure the 5-man Roche Aegis push type deal. Like, abuse the early sustain.
Mr. Water, thanks for the resub.
Dire's
Oh,
bottom
thanks
tower is under
for
attack.
3 months of subs.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
All right, well, if they're just going to play the side of the map, then I guess the Luna IO are going to have to, like, push inside lanes crazy aggressively.
Yep,
To try and
abuse
force them
the
down
lack
to
of
split up.
catch.
Are
Yeah.
fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower.
There's
has
Orchid on
fallen.
Monkey.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for the IO now.
Under attack.
Yep, gives them an extra reload stop and an extra Orchid for this puck, so you can, you know, maybe Orchid him, force the Yules, and Orchid him again.
I like that. Saberlight just shows up the bottom lane with his boots of travel in tow. He just nether toxins the wave and then plays safely in his own triangle. Waits to TP to the other side of the map where his team is currently sitting in EG's triangle. So nothing big is being farmed by EG right now. Orchid 1. Pull back in with the stun, and they're actually going to be able to almost get the Orchid pop, which might have been enough damage to kill, but fortunately the Eul Scepter goes off first. Still wasn't able to get out, though.
Man, killing Abed puck, let me tell you, there's like nothing that feels better than killing this guy on puck. This puck's so annoying. It's so hard to kill.
Yeah.
Whenever you kill it, you feel like you won. You actually just think you won the game. I can't guarantee you TSM right now. We won, boys. We killed Abed puck. Game's fucking ours.
Man, they wrap so quickly
Are scanning.
to try and catch Nightfall. Nightfall farmed like one of the range creeps before blinking away into the trees.
Yeah, it's a rough game for him.
Yeah. Not a normal game, that's for sure.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Moon sees all these heroes. He can chase after him if they want. The rest of the team is closing in. Thought maybe he would go for it, but...
And Jarex did go this, like, heal build. It's like 4-4-1, but...
Oh, they're coming back
Yeah,
in.
catch
They're
him?
so close to catching them here. The Stormseer's going to go for it. Crit. Pops an early relocate, but he doesn't have it up yet, and he gets Orchided. Nicely picked up by Moonmeander and Bryle to make sure the crit was not going to be able to get RTZ out of there.
Very good find. I mean, we're talking about EG can kind of try and play the map with these, like, dual reload setups, but it's hard to play the VAT versus Monkey Storm.
Yeah, yeah.
These Monkey Storm is honestly... We had a meme about it where, like, this combo always
Radiant's
loses
top
because
tower is under attack.
you lack a lot of, like, manpower in the fights. They're two kind of like dainty heroes that jump around and find people. But if you're playing versus a lineup that has none of that,
Are fortified.
like, and you're just playing the map, that's where these heroes can thrive.
Yeah.
Radiant's top
Trying to
tower
find
has
Dubu.
fallen.
Moon watching over him. It's going to make sure Dubu's okay for now. Viper's on the other side of things, and we'll be able to catch at least one person here. Jarex goes for the quick TP out. He's actually good. No detection available. Abed's out. Nightfall's hidden in the trees. Everybody gets away.
Yeah, Jarex is always just like 0-6, and then he has an item somehow. I don't even know if that's good, but like, he does get items.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the cast build too. You can actually farm.
How does Scotty slow work against Troll? Oh, they're actually gonna go for it. They're gonna relocate on top of this duel.
Troll?
Nightfall is gonna take so much damage. They do manage to get Tomato to half, but now he spawns his BKB and now goes for the ultimate onto RTZ. If he can get the lockdown, any kind of lockdown whatsoever, RTZ will die, but looks like he's good. They didn't actually get a relocate out though. So they may still try and fight this one. Level 1 Maledict, they have the cask out as well. That's going to be able to hold up Saberlight for a little while. Bryle's actually dangerously low on mana, but the Fiend's Grip comes through and stops all the damage. The Luna dies before they can get the Bryle kill. Bryle dies to Abed eventually, but ultimately TSM FTX are very happy with the exchange.
I mean, yeah, that's maybe the one fight SVG wins they can start to make a comeback, but that's like, it's not the nail in the coffin, but it's pretty big because this is another item for Troll, and this Luna's item is really far away in the Scotty. I'm not sure about just dueling Troll like that. Like,
Yeah, seriously.
that's a bold ass move. This man has 2400 HP. There's like a sleep behind him. Someone else is gonna get enfeebled or gripped. There's a passive break. Like, there's a lot of interrupts on TSM, right? There's not a lot of buffs for the Troll, but there's a lot of interrupts for EG trying to follow up with the damage. So I don't think you can just duel this guy. Like, I think that's some crazy stuff right there.
Yeah. They don't have like a clean Oracle save, but they've got enough to interrupt it to make sure that Tomato gets Battle Trance every time.
I mean, I think even just like a sleep is enough that'll probably save him every time. Because where's the burst damage from EG, right?
Yeah.
They have Io, which Dr. Sups the heal build.
Yeah.
So you're not bursting it. It's 2400 HP guy. And what I was saying is, Witch Doctor goes heal build. This is what I don't like. Like, this is where I question the purpose of the pick. I can understand what they might have wanted to do with it, but then why not just pick, like, Abaddon? You just want a guy who can, like, heal and... You know,
Nice catch.
yeah. Some dual damage.
Yeah. You think that dual damage is ever going to matter, though?
You never know.
True.
It's not falling, like, insanely far behind, like some terrible Legion games I've seen, but you're just going to try and abuse the numbers. They have this really good high ground ward.
Yeah, mass TP rotations with vision on them as well. They may not have the duel to be able to start the fight, but they still have coil to be able to catch somebody, and that's going to be Dubu. Sleeps himself. TSM FTX thinking about fighting from this high ground position. Gonna go for the Legion Commander here. Lock her down, see if they can kill her real quick before jumping back away. But never mind, the BKBs, they can just fight through this Eclipse. Arteezy, the Glimmer Cape, and the relocate. No, the Orchid actually stops the relocate once again. It looks like Arteezy's still going to be fine to get out, but Dubu dies instead. Or excuse me, Jarex dies instead. I'm so used to saying Dubu.
I mean, Dubu bought, so he might also die again. You never know.
Yeah, that's true.
But,
Radiant's middle tower has
I mean, that Bane lived for a decent amount of time there. And obviously this Troll, he was debating Basher and Scotty. He just bought the full Basher out. Or the full Scotty out, sorry. And that's like, Arteezy's still trying to get to his.
Yeah.
But this Scotty is debilitating in this game. In terms of that with the Enfeeble, it's a lot of health, like regen heal reduction.
Yeah.
So, every little value adds up. I mean, TSM's looking pretty good this game.
Do you think that the Scotty slow, when Troll gets hit by his slow and he's in range form, does he just turn into melee and immediately take half of it off? Think it works that way?
Not sure. I think it should slow you based on like what you are when you get hit by it. That's how I would think about it. But obviously when he turns melee, he gains move speed, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So then it's like, is that gained move speed reduced? I don't know. It's probably
And also, like, Scotty isn't a different effect every time. So if he gets hit by a new Scotty, maybe then, like, that also could change things, you know?
Yeah, I could just override it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many times you see 2 Scotties on a team, though.
Well, no, I just mean, like, he gets hit by the Luna again.
Oh, the same guy again?
Yeah,
Yeah,
when he turns back into melee form, you know, and he gets hit by that one, then it's applying a melee slow at that point.
Yeah, I'd have to go in a lobby and test this stuff.
Yeah. Either way, it's a free Roshan for TSM FTX. That's also a free shard for...
Give that to Troll, maybe.
I mean, yeah, a rampage. Oh my god, he's actually going to take it.
I mean, I think it's kind of interesting, this one.
Yeah.
Like, the attack speed and statuses are kind of both pretty good for his team.
BKB, once again, the Eclipse going out. Saberlight, they do manage to stop the Fiend's grip with a nice duel from Nightfall. They turn around. Saberlight's pretty low. Dubu's also quite low, but ultimately Arteezy can get neither of those kills before he falls. Hey, Jarek's got a tower, though. A man got a last hit on a tower.
That was a fight without Troll, basically. And they got destroyed.
Well, no. He did rampage for them.
Yeah, at the very end. I don't think he even did anything.
I don't even know. Is there a sound
entire
effect
fight.
that comes with rampage? I don't even know.
Yeah, I think it's actually the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's the same as maybe not, but I think it's the same as Battle Trance or something, like slightly modified.
Yeah.
It looks pretty cool. The visual's pretty cool.
Bane did win the duel, so plus 20 damage to him.
Yeah, I mean, he has the same damage as Legion.
Yeah, that's feels pretty bad. All right, EG, I don't think you really have a plan for this high ground push. And that, if there was a plan, it gets even harder to execute when they're missing heroes.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
Silence.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Let the fun begin.
Yeah. This is a pretty hard game to come back in.
Oh, damn. They already counteracted Abed. He's probably still going to be able to get out, but
Behold.
certainly not going to be able to push in the wave like he wanted.
They also have Ags on puck. Interesting choice.
Thumbs up. Where's the party?
Trying to catch crit. He's going to be spotted. Orchided, Arteezy. Does he have a way out of this one? He could BKB teleport. Never mind. Tomatoes here. And the relocate out. Ooh, he got
Nobody
him.
stopped him?
I mean, Moon had already thrown both his Orchid and his stun earlier, so...
Damn, that's sloppy right there. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Yeah, it comes back. They still get that freebie.
Laden Mail on Nightfall. I mean, there's probably not much else you can buy, but don't know if it's doing a whole lot here.
Dual pick off on Dubu. This time Nightfall does win that. But Tomato's now got a Blink Dagger. It is the same sound effect, you're right.
I mean, why make a new one, you know? I just use that same old shit.
I feel like that's probably not the best idea, because, like, I'm going to hear that. I'm definitely going to think he used Battle Trance, you know?
Yeah, probably.
If
I
hear it
mean,
in
maybe
middle
that's
of
the
a fight.
point.
Radiant's
Oh,
top
yeah.
tower is under
Maybe it's like
attack.
added mental confusion, you know? It's like the Ursa shard, you know? Like you think he ults, but this troll's untouchable.
Yeah, he certainly seems to be.
Tower is under attack.
You're going to try and poke at him. Still has a full minute with the Aegis, though.
I mean, these Scotty beams are pretty annoying, but I just don't see them having the damage to kill this guy.
Alright, last 50 seconds if they want to go for a quick high ground push with the last remnants of this Aegis. Evil Geniuses is going to go for the smoke around as the Aegis expires.
Radiant's top
Not
But
quite certain that
no
they're-
one's here. They should know they're getting flanked.
Yeah.
Radiant's
Yeah,
top
Bryle's
barracks
pinging.
has fallen.
It's like, yo, guys.
Browse running to the left. Saberlight looks like he's going to run into it. This 2600 HP preemptively throws Nether Toxin on the ground, but no jump. Instead, it's Nightfall who gets grabbed by Bryle. Turn around, Arteezy inside of the base. Needs help out. They're going to try and relocate him away. They do. Up top, Jerix. And you see a glimpse of him throwing down the ward before he dies. I mean, can they even kill Saberlight? Like, Saberlight was kind of
It's a
alone inside the
butterfly.
base, but no. Yeah.
What the hell? You got a butterfly, dude. I feel like we never see this item, let alone Viper.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. You could probably buy anything, but
Yeah, when you're this far ahead, Butterfly probably doesn't feel too
this is
bad.
a crazy SNY Butterfly Satanic. That's a man's build right there.
Yeah, seriously. I like how they knew the smoke was coming, and he walked into it and threw Nether Toxin on the ground. He's like, "Go ahead, duel me."
Oh yeah. I mean, if he gets jumped, they win the fight.
Yeah.
You cannot jump this hero right
Dire
now.
are scanning.
Huzzah!
EG
They're gonna
is-
run into Bryle here. Bryle spots them from the high ground, though. Gets away before the duel can hit him. Now, well, the rest of the team is actually currently dealing with Abed, but they're certainly going to close in on Evil Geniuses.
He has Hags on Storm. You need to be careful here.
They know they're somewhere in the triangle. I mean, if I'm TSM FTX, I'm down to just bum rush them.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Just
Yeah,
run
close
into
out the game now, you know? You give them respect, they give them space. You give them an opportunity to get around the map and potentially go back home.
Can't give them their dignity back, though, Ken.
Yeah, that's true. Gotta strip that away and keep it out.
You gotta take everything. There's no
Alright, here
mercy
comes
in
the troll.
war.
Here comes Tomato. Tomato's gonna go for it. Oh, Cask? That's a little awkward. That's okay, though. They'll catch up eventually, especially on the other side. Dubu, he's gonna get obliterated by the Eclipse, but he did his job. He slowed down Arteezy just long enough for Tomato to be able to get on top of him. That's Arteezy immediately dead. Crit, gonna follow him, and everybody else. They may have gotten out, but there is going to be an end to this game either way.
看着队友不生气吧，哥哥。
Yeah, I mean, just nice execution by TSM.
Victory.
Like, the only complaint I had was, you know, their lineup. I don't think their lineup's super focused in terms of, like, here's our overarching game plan, you know? It's kind of like they just want their cores to have a good game and just kind of play through this troll. But they just outplayed EG.
Yeah.
So that's going to win you 9 out of 10 games. And they looked pretty good. Like, all the fights were pretty coordinated. Tomato's 0 deaths. I think Dubu had he had a pretty slow game in terms of getting to his Aether, but I feel like he was pretty high level and he didn't die early. So they played this like top lane pretty well. They got the Viper first blood, which was super big. They played bottom lane well in terms of zoning this Legion, trying to force that early net worth advantage. Like, I don't know. I feel like the two TSM subs just had way higher impact than EG's.
Yeah, I keep on thinking back to that moment where you're talking about how the Viper just